Hey guys, how are you? It's Alicia from Bugs at Stitch. I figured I would follow Caroline's um, idea, what she's doing. You know, she's doing live videos, and I figured, you know what, I'll try. I don't always get a chance to, but Baby Bug, Everly, and Mr. K, Caden, are both having a nap, and the older one is doing her own thing. So I figured, you know what? I have a few minutes, and everybody wants to feel connected and be with other people. So what better way to do that? I am also trying to figure out how to do like virtual stitching. Um, so I was thinking of trying Teams, but I haven't had anybody say that they have Microsoft or Hotmail or Outlook. So yeah, we'll have to work on how we're going to do that, because I figured it would be nice to have a virtual room that people can go and stitch and visit and feel not so isolated, even though that's essentially what we're doing. I am still self-isolating until Monday. I'm feeling fine. Everly's fine. Just doing it as a precautionary measure. Now, anyone that flies into Canada is required, like, highly suggested to do the 14-day isolation, as I'm sure everybody knows. Um, but even though I was never contacted, when I heard about it, it's like, you know what, I should, because I was traveling. And then I haven't looked into all of it because, it can be anxiety provoking for some people. Um, I hear that Seattle was hit pretty hard with the coronavirus. There's quite a few cases there. And Seattle was my one stop. And I took a longer layover with Everly on the way home because I wanted to take her to the Space Needle, because neither of us have been there. Her being 7 months, of course she hasn't been there yet. So we went to the Space Needle and we went back to the airport. So, I mean, it's not like I was only in the one area of the airport for Seattle, which, who knows, right? So I have until Monday, which is, what's today? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 5 more days. And then I will commence, as long as nothing creeps up. I will commence shipping everything that I have ready to go, and I will keep doing that unless they shut down borders. If they shut down borders for shipment, I know borders are shut down. If they shut them down for shipment, then I would rather just hold on to your guys' parcels rather than having them sit in customs and then get sorted out whenever we're ready to ship again. So for now, though, borders are open. I do have some products that I get shipped to Sumas, and because the borders are closed for non-essential travels, those packages, I think I'm going to have the Sumas post office ship them back to the company that shipped them to me, and then I will give that company my Canadian address and get them to reship it. The reason why I'm doing that, the reason why I have U.S. post office box, is not to save money. I still pay the duties and everything. It's just quicker sometimes because I have friends and family that are in Abbotsford area, so they can just go into Sumas, pick up my parcel, and bring it over and ship it to me from there, and that usually saves about a week. But because there's all the non-essential travel restrictions on the border, um, they're not going to be able to do that, which is fine, right? I mean, just means we wait a little bit longer. I know we don't want to wait longer, but we need to wait a little bit longer for me to get the merchandise, um, so long as they don't close the borders completely. Um, I figured, as I said, that I would do daily videos. So I'm not going to do a lot of stuff because my thought is if I do everything today, I won't have anything for tomorrow. So I said that I traveled to the Space Needle in Seattle, which was my first time, and it was really neat. It's a huge city, right? And I'm from a city of like 25,000 people if you include the outskirts, like 20 minutes out of town. We're a very small city. So Seattle, just me and Everly. I was kind of like, well, maybe I should just get a cab. And someone's like, oh, get an Uber. And I'm like, I don't really use Uber. And do I really want to take my 7-month-old in an Uber? I don't know. I'm small town, right? I'm not big city. But I was talking to the lady with the airline, and I said, I wanted to go to the Space Needle. I figured I'd take my daughter, and I was thinking about getting Uber, but and she's like, really? She looked at me like I had 7 heads. She's like, you're gonna take an Uber to the Space Needle. She's like, you could just take the train. I'm like, all right. So I looked up the train, and it was great. It was like $6 round trip, or was it $3 round trip? It was not much. I think at the most it would have been $12. So I caught the train from the airport all the way up to, oh yeah, no, don't touch my face, right? Oh, I can't remember the stop. The stop for the monorail. I caught the train up to the monorail, and then caught the monorail over to the Space Needle, and then went in the Space Needle. And I was quick because we had to park our strollers, and Everly is not light. She's 18 plus pounds. So to carry her around the Space Needle the whole time, because she's not crawling or anything either. So yeah, it was it was a lot of workout. But we went up, we went outside, walked around, looked around. She's just kind of like, yeah, okay, mom. She has no idea about heights right now, so it's not like she was nervous. Maybe babies at 6 months old show a nervousness. I don't know. I don't think they would though. And then we went inside. I grabbed a coffee, and we sat and looked out. And I mean, they were wiping everything down everywhere. This was just the start of the coronavirus stuff. And yeah, everybody was walking around wiping everything down with like disposable wipes, right? Not even reusable, disposable. And so then we went downstairs and got to check out the rotating floor because it's all just ready to check out now. And that was really cool. Like I don't know a lot about different stuff. It was when I was there that I found out they built it in like just over a year. And like I was saying to my husband when I got back, it was neat because they built it in just over a year, and it stood the test of time to a lot of stuff. I can't remember what year it was built in. But to me, it's phenomenal when you look at other buildings that don't stand that test of time, so to speak. So it was really neat. And then we caught the elevator back down to the bottom, and I went in and I got some stuff from the store. I got a shirt for my older daughter, a little onesie that says first trip to the Space Needle for Everly. And I got a Zoom finder, viewfinder, those click things. I got one of those for Caden, and he loves it. When he figured out, if he looks through it, he can see the picture. It took him a minute, but he figured it out. And then I got my husband a little wooden Space Needle puzzle, and I got myself one of these Seattle bags and a Seattle keychain. And I want to figure out who makes scissor fobs that I can maybe send this to, and they could maybe do some more beads and stuff and make this into an actual scissor fob. And honestly, I think it would be my first scissor fob. My cat might come visit. It would be like my first actual scissor fob that I use. Hi, Mats. This is our other kitty, Mr. Mats. He's kind of lost since we lost Twitch, but He's a good kitty for the most part. He loves our stitching material. He likes to take the floss and send it all over the house. I'm like, no, no. So I'll show you some projects, and then like whips, and then I'll show you some store stuff because I figured we'd kind of just do all of it all together. So this one I have not touched in quite a while, but this is Bendy Stitching, Michelle Garrett's fault. I blame her. So she did the, I'm sure you guys watch her too. She did the, oh, I can't remember what it's called now. It was the striped cowl. I have the name right here. What am I thinking? I have the name here. Land of Sweets cowl. So she did that wonderful cowl, and she did it in the different mini skeins. I loved this scheme, so I got it from the yarn provider, and this one is that I might not have in front of me. No, I don't think I do. It's one of the colors. I think it was, nope, it's not going to come to me. Sorry. Yeah, I can't remember what it's called. But it has sparklies in it, and it's got like orange and purple and a dark purple. Maybe it was like a galaxy something. I can't remember now. Anyway, I'm partway in. I'm like between 15 and 20%. And that is how it looks right now. It's very cute. I do knit, by the way. Not as avidly as I do crochet, but I do know how to knit. I learned shortly after my mom passed. That was a craft that my mom tried numerous times to show me how to do, and I just could not pick it up and understand it until she passed. And then I have a little thing that says brave. This was just a charm from Michaels, and I put it on a little keyring because I don't have, you know, the nice little fob hook things that would be perfect for it, you know. So that is where I am with that, and I might pick it up again soon. It's something that's nice to just not have to worry so much about lighting, and yeah, just enjoy a little bit of knitting here and there. Next up is the only other project I've been working on lately because my time is fairly limited. So I'll pop it out of the frame. Just looks nicer that way. And that is Hands-On Design, a Year in Celebration style. So that is where it is. I'm on April. And I gave myself until the end of March to do April. And then I will start on April 1st, May. So I'm doing a month early, or doing a month early for each of them. So that is January, for those of you that haven't seen it yet. And February, I fell way behind on February. I didn't get February done until like partway into March. So I started March late. But I got that one done just before I went to Nashville because Mr. Caden was sick. And I found out when I was leaving for Nashville that he was teething 4 teeth at once, you know, not just 1 or 2 at a time, 4 back molars. So yeah, no wonder he wanted to sit and cuddle with his mom. So that was March. I got it done while we were all cuddling. And then I started this one on March 1st. Yeah, because it was the weekend of 28th, 29th that he was sick. So that one I started on March 1st. And if you're wondering, that is a Bugs at Stitch needle minder. I got the wonderful Erica Sage of True North Needle Minders to make them. I have a few more. They're $5 each on the website. He does put, hey, look at my backside, right? There's my back. I carried threads all over the place there. February, not so much. January, not so much. April, a bit for the raindrops. And then the back, she does this fabulous stone on the magnet, so it's easier to grab. So that is where I am with the year-end celebration. I just finished the white last night, so I will be changing colors. And which color? I like to the top left corner, and say that one's the third one. I'll finish that color, and then I'll go back to the top and work my way down. This time, my closest to the right top left corner was the top thread, so I did the blue, and I'm on the white right now, and then I'll be moving down to the pomegranate. And honestly, it's my favorite color out of this one. I'm doing DMC, not the Weeks or Gentle Arts. So that's my pomegranate. It doesn't look as nice in there. I like it. It's 3328, if you couldn't read that. So that is where I am on that whip. And I am so proud of myself because I love sals and stitch alongs, and then I always end up like falling behind or falling right off the grid, really. And I've been staying with this one. I fell behind in February, but I caught back up, and now I'm right where I need to be on it. And that is it for whips. So I was going to show you some of the floss that I brought in from Gentle Arts and Weeks. I know I showed these the other day on the Facebook Live, but I couldn't download my Facebook Live video and put it onto my YouTube, so I decided I would go with YouTube and people can find it that way. I'll put links up after they're uploaded or open on YouTube. So these are the Weeks that I got. This one's cattail. It's gorgeous, you guys. I still want to find more time for stitching. With all this self-isolation and stuff, I have a lot of family members saying, like, even after the 14 days, limit how much you're going out and stuff. And I will be definitely limiting. So what I'll do is, like, I won't go to ship stuff every day. I'll maybe do it 2 or 3 days a week, go down, ship stuff. And that way I'm not exposing myself to the chances of getting sick as often. And yeah. Then also, when I do go down, I'm going to try and go down like first thing in the morning or later in the day when there's less people. Because where I go and ship is also the pharmacy. So if they are sick, I don't want to get it. And if I happen to pick it up somewhere, I don't want to pass it on. People that are sick are going to pick up their prescriptions, right? I mean, of course, people picking up refills are there too, but it's just better for everybody, in my opinion, if we just try and limit how much we're going out. This one is Morris Blue, and like it is a great sky blue. These two are Beachcomber, and they're awesome. Purple, blue, white. And I can bring in anything from Weeks. And that's the thing, I can bring in all of these, but I don't have all of them in stock in 1 or 2. That means I have it in stock. If it does not say a number, I don't have it in stock. I have to order it in, which now, with all this stuff going on, could take 3+ weeks. Am I happy to do it? Yes. Is that unfortunate that you have to wait a little longer? Yes. But know that I will bring it in as quick as I can. And aside from all this going on, I would receive my parcels, and within the 24 hours, they would be back down. 90% of the time that afternoon. So please, I know it's unfortunate to have to wait a little longer, but letting us bring it in lets us stay open, lets Canadian businesses continue to operate. So please do work with us. These ones aren't on the site yet because I just got them and I haven't got my inventory updated yet. So please, if you know I have it, PM me too. This one is Peach Cobbler. Doesn't look. It's kind of okay there. I definitely advise, if you're like, oh, that color looks nice, check out Weeks Dye Works or Gentle Arts website because they have colored photos too, right? Which are usually pretty close to what we have. This one's Teal Frost. I almost said Forest. It's a little more green than that. And then this one I needed, oh no, not this one. This one's Arrowhead. It's a nice beige. And then this one is Yukon Gold. I think of Yukon Gold potatoes and they don't look gold. Well, at least not that gold. They look more bright yellow to me. So that's Yukon Gold. And then Lavender Rose. Yeah. Lavender Rose. And next up we have Lily Pad. And then we have Blue Suede. I keep thinking blue suede shoes. I gotta find something that I gotta stitch blue suede shoes. Who was the artist for that one? Is that Cher? Probably Cher. I like Cher. I like lots of music, honestly. Caroline was talking about classical music having, it's an acquired taste. And honestly, I've always said all my life, I like all music except for jazz. And it's not that I don't like jazz. It just took me a little longer to like it. I think for me, the saxophone that's usually in jazz music kind of drowns out the other instruments. And that's why I'm like, all I hear is the saxophone. But I'm hearing impaired. So there may be other notes that I don't hear because I don't hear that tone. So maybe it's got more depth to it than what I'm hearing. This one is Banana Pudding. And then this one I needed to bring in, so I technically have one. The other one's spoken for. Sorry. This is Grits. And that's it for Weeks. And now I have a few Gentle Arts. So, oh boy. I can't remember what the names are for these ones again. These are the two limited editions for this year. I think one is Sandstone and the other one might be something turtle. Kind of green and kind of pinkish dusty rose. Dusty rose, I would say, for this one. Sandstone, I think is what it's called. Sorry about that. I just got a notification while I was filming that my connection was unstable, so they were trying to reconnect. So I wasn't sure what you guys were seeing. We'll have to look after. This one is Glass Slipper. It's awesome gray. And then these two are limited edition, and I think there's two colors here. But I very well could be wrong. Could be, one part got more of the gray and the other one got more of the brown. They're nice. And these are limited edition from last year, I believe. So when they're gone, they're gone. So that is it for threads that I have in the house. The rest is all in the store. And I think one of these days I'll take you guys out. I'll use my phone to do the live video, and I'll take you guys out and show you the store. But I need to do some organizing first. Today, Ciara, or Ara, my older daughter, and I went through, lifted up the couch, cleaned under it and the chair, and vacuumed and mopped, and yeah, we just went around cleaning. I didn't organize yet. You can tell it's still disorganized, but we were cleaning today. And that'll be my concentration. I'm going to work on some of those bookcases, get them all organized. Right? We have all this free time, and the older children are home from school because BC schools have shut down, and it possibly could be open again before the end of the year, but it's hard to say. I'm not too worried about it. Ciara is a very good student, and I told her, I said, I'm thinking, because it is technically spring break, I'm not going to worry about doing any schoolwork for the next week or two. But then when it's spring break is technically over, I will have looked at BC school districts online learning information and figure out what she needs to do for at least the core courses. And she's like, but I'm gonna miss school. I'm like, I know, but there's nothing we can do. We can't let you go. It's just not safe. And I say safe as in not safe for anybody. I'm not meaning just my children. I'm meaning everybody. The less close contact that everybody has, the less chance the virus has to spread, and therefore, in my opinion, the less time we have to do this for. So I would rather do the self-isolation, do the, what is it, social distancing is the word they're using. I would rather do that and just, let's make it less painful. Next up is some fabric. So I have this whole box, and it's, a fair size box. So we won't go through all of it today, but I figured I would go through a few today. So this size, if I have the fabric in this size, or if it comes in a picture of this size, I will continue to carry it in this size, but this is going to be kind of my discontinued size. This is your 17.5 by 19.5. So that is the size of it. I am going to be offering the new size, and I'm going to call it an 8. And so this is 1/4 of the wood, right? This is 18 by 27. So this is 18 by 27. And then this is the other side. 17.5 by 19. Right? So I am going to be offering a new size, which I'll call the 8, which will be 13.5 by 18. So that will be that. Which, if you have a project that's anywhere from 7.5, 11.5, 7.5 by 11.5, or 11.5 by 15.5, depending on what size of margin you want, it will fit in here. That 7.5 by 11.5 gives you the 3-inch margin. Depending on your finishing, you may not need that. The other thing is, using Omnique frames, you're like, yeah, I don't need the 3 inches for finishing, but I need it to put it on the frame. You don't. One of these days I will show you, we'll do a video, and I'll show you how to get around having that 3-inch margin top and bottom for putting on the Omnique frame. And I think I came up with a little trick that will make it so you don't have to worry about how it's sitting when you put it in the frame. So we will get there. All right. So if you can fit your pattern 7.5 by 11.5 this way, and you want your wood grain this way, this is the size you want. On Aida, this will be $20.50. Opal will be $23. Then you bump up to even weave, you're looking at the mats, $29.50 for a piece like this. And that's linen, sorry, not even weave, linen opal. So the mats you're going to pay is $30 for a piece like that. And looking at a lot of the patterns, you're going to fit your pattern on that. If you want your pattern to sit this way, right? You want the wood grain to go this way, and you need more than 7.5 height, because that's what you'd be worried about with it sitting this way, then you're going to need to bump up to the 18 by 27, which was $41. So it does double the price, but I mean, that's only if you're worried about what direction like the wood goes in, if it's a directional print. Something like this, it's not going to matter which way you have it. So if you can rotate it and fit it on that way, perfect. I am always happy to help you sit down and figure out the math and work out anything to get that all situated. Alright, I'm going to try and hurry up because I said it was going to be a quick video and I see I'm over 30 minutes. So, that's whitewash wood. That's what this fabric is. This one is a beauty. This is, let me make sure I get the name right, White Lace on Fairy Dust. And this is another Aida. This one is 14 count. So that's where you need to watch your sizing is 14 count. You may need a bigger piece. So I'm happy at any time to sit down and work that out with you. So that is whitewash on wood. And then let's show off a few other ones. Here is one of those picture ones. This one I can't do a smaller piece. It comes in 17.5 by 19. That's what's available. This is the teal or aqua curtain. This is great for the ladies. So that one is available. It's 18 count, 18 by 19, aqua stage it's called. This one is the last piece I have in stock. I can order this in. I can order in different sizes. This one is multicolored night. I'll put something behind it, make it a little easier to see. Right, multicolored night. It is an awesome piece. Galaxy looking piece. Also, if you're thinking of Halloween stuff already, or if you think of Halloween all the time, I have blood reed. So it's script with blood splatter on it. So this one, I could get a smaller piece because of what I have available. I could do the 1/8 piece. So if you need a 1/8 piece, let me know. That's blood reed. This one, I could, for a couple pieces, get the 1/8 piece if you would like. This is wood bark. Tree bark. It's called tree bark. You can put it either way. And that one is a 16 count. Again, I can bring them in a different count if need be. And then another one I have is, I can't remember the name of this. It's like white dots or dots on taupe or something. It's kind of a cream, nice neutral cream with white dots. Again, I should be able to work out a 1/8 piece out of that if you would like. And then I have wood. Instead of the whitewash wood, I have wood. Nice brown wood. Again, if you need your piece to be bigger because of the way you want to orientate your piece on the pattern, then we'll have to bump up to the 18 by 27. But that's a lot of fabric, right? So don't be afraid to PM me. Any special requests? I'm usually fairly open to meeting them. So that was 8. So I'm going to do 2 more. Let's see. Let's go for my sneak peeks, because these were fabrics I brought in because I was going to take them down to Creative Festival. But the Creative West Festival is on hold right now. So until I know when I can do that, I might as well just let you guys have these fabrics. Or at least be able to buy them, not have them. I'm not giving them away. I'm sorry. This one, super cute. Red gingham. Who needs gingham, right? So that comes in a 1/8 piece or quarter or bigger. If you guys need bigger, it's available. And then this one usually goes pretty well too. This one is paw print. This is just the normal paw print. We do have a rainbow or multicolored paw print, which all the paw prints are different colors. They're really cute. But this one's our neutral paw print. So again, it comes in a 1/8 or quarter or bigger. So those are 10 fabrics. I will be working hard to get stuff up on the site and get all the site stuff organized, get inventory in there, get the new stuff, the new sizing. But if you really need something, just PM me and I can do up an invoice the old-fashioned way and get it out to you guys. Again, I am not shipping until after the 23rd, but like the 21st, 22nd, I will be 21st, 22nd, I'll be packing everything up and just having it all ready to go, so that on the 24th, the morning of, I can run down, drop off any parcels that are ready to go and get them out. I'm sorry if that's unfortunately delaying what you wanted to be able to do, but I want to make sure that I'm not sick or Everly's not sick, and then make sure that I'm following, protocol if we are. So yeah, I'm sorry, but I want to make sure that I'm doing everything I can to contain it and keep it from spreading. So, like I say, I'm 99% positive we don't have it, but I want to make sure that if by chance we caught it, even mildly, we're making sure we're not passing it on. But everything goes good. Shipping will commence the 24th, and it'll be business as usual, right? So that I can make sure you guys get everything you need. Those of you that I had purchased stuff and the company shipped to my Sumas address, I will be phoning that company to change my address to the Canadian one and see what they want to do, whether they can just wait for it to come back from Sumas and then ship it to me, or what they want to do. Yeah, so we will go from there. All right, guys, hope you have a great day. PM me anytime, and keep on the lookout, because I will be figuring out some way to do virtual stitching. Like I say, the biggest thing is I want to be able to open something up so that if I can't be there, which, because, babies, kids, I can't always be there, people can be there. I know lots of you stitch at different times of the day than I do. So I want to make it so that anybody can hop in and be like, oh, I met so-and-so from here or there or wherever, and just give us a place to be able to be with other people. And if you're on there, just send a PM once I get it set up. Send a PM if it's quiet and say, hey, I'm on here. Do you have a few minutes? Do you want to come visit? I may not be able to stitch, but I can at least, turn on the camera and say, hey, how are you? And visit. All right, guys. I am going to tell myself that it's the end of the video because it's 40 minutes. All right, stay safe, and I will talk to you guys again. I'm going to try and do another one tomorrow, providing the kids nap together again. All right, stay safe, guys.